The FGO English server just made an announcement for Nightingale's Christmas. You won't see it in-game just yet, but they do have a special site open for it. So let's take a look at that right now. So as we can see here, Christmas 2021, Nightingale's Christmas Carol. So the prologue, Christmas is always a busy time for a Chaldea. Not only are there presents and cakes to prepare, but also a new Santa to be selected. This year's Santa, bringing gifts of good health to all, is also one to rein in the servants running wild at the Ray Shift site. Christmas needs a Santa, just as the ill need a nurse. And of course, a singularity requires you, Master. So, Merry Christmas! Yeah. So the event will be starting on the 14th. If you are also playing on the JP server, so it will cross over with the JP Lotto schedule. The JP Lotto schedule ends in like 5 days, so that's like, I think the 15th or 16th of February. So there is sort of an overlap between the two Lotto events if you play on both servers. But I mean, we'll get to that. We'll get more on that in a bit. So the event limited servant is Florence Nightingale. Max attack is 9,858. Sure. 11,000 for HP. Let's take a look at her NP. If you're familiar with Mary Poppins, you might recognize what this is a reference to. So, yeah. I remember I used to watch a lot of Mary Poppins when I was a kid. So, yeah. And they also have a new servant, Astolfo Saber, limited time servant. So, max attack is 11,000, max HP is 14. Okay, sure. We'll get more on the characters later. Let's take a look at the trailer. Coming soon! But yeah, they pretty much gave the date, which will be on the 14th. So, there's not much info on the event yet, like they normally would post. The information will be, it leads to the website, but there's nothing posted yet. So let's take a look at fandom. So this is the event from 2019, but we'll pretty much be following the same way for the event. So, event motto, a battle royale amongst the Santa wannabes on Santa Island. Okay. Alright, subsequent copies are obtained through exchanging first aid kit of wishes. The first aid kit can also be used to access certain special quests. So, the event schedule, I mean, you can just, ignore this, but basically, the event will be starting on the 14th, and we have 6 time gates that we will have to go through. So, of course, what we expect is that the first couple of free quests will be fairly simple to clear, but at the same time, not really drop as much as the later free quests. So, if you are working on the JP event or the JP Christmas event, you can focus on that and then maybe do some of this on the side. But yeah, you don't have to worry too much about overlap on the schedule for Christmas. And then there is a lottery. So depending on how much you're able to farm, you can open as many boxes as you want. This is a very lucrative lotto event because of the items in the lotto box. More on that later. So, the craft essence from the event is Traces of Christmas. It's a really good CE. If you have a quick servant, this is sort of ideal for using it on a looping servant during the event. As for command codes, we have Maiden of Orleans, Inexistent Phantasmal Horse, Angel's Bed. Let's see. What's the user? The Maiden of Orleans, I use quite a bit for Challenge Quest. I have used this command code quite a bit. So, if anything, this one is a really good one. Angel's Bed is also kind of kind of good because of the heal, and it also removes critical chance up. So there's that. Actually, pretty much all of these command codes are good. If you use the Hippogriff command code, it increases quick on a command card, increases the crit damage. Wait, no, sorry. When engraved on a quick command card, it increases critical damage. So yeah. So the event servants, as mentioned earlier, we have Astolfo Saber and Nightingale Santa. That will be the new servants being introduced. Astolfo Saber being the new limited servant, and then Nightingale Santa is the welfare. They have a 100% damage bonus and 50% bond bonus, while Nightingale Berserker also has the damage bonus. Other Christmas servants also get a 50% damage bonus. The ones here that are the odd ones out from the bunch is Ash and Nursery Rhyme. I'm sure it's probably because of key roles they play in the story, so there's that. And then of course we have a whole bunch of other servants also with damage bonus and bond bonus. Yep. So yep, the summoning campaign, Astolfo and Nightingale Berserker. Of course, Nightingale Berserker, she is a permanent servant, so more often than not, she can spook you. So, you know, maybe you could focus on trying to get Astolfo. Let's see, the rate-up schedule. Okay, so from what I see here, Astolfo will always be on rate-up, and then who will rotate is Ash and Nursery Rhyme, and then sometimes Nightingale Berserker will be added into the banner, which is okay, which is good. And then, sorry, 1 second. Putting on the Do Not Disturb. As for the limited craft essence from the gacha, we have Maiden's Luncheon Party. So this is how you get, let's see, NP acquisition rate, so NP gain, NP damage increase. Okay. I mean, that's kind of okay, but for me, normally, I would always rely on the Lotto CE. Rarely do I roll on gacha, and while Astolfo may be an interesting single-target quick saber, I don't know if I will be rolling for him this Christmas. So, yeah, I probably won't have a lot of shop currency CE to work with. But, you know, you do you. So the event shop, you can get, from farming the first aid kit of wishes from the lottery, you can get more copies of Nightingale. It costs 16 total first aid kits to get all the copies of Nightingale. Pillow of Sincerity, this is how you'll get additional copies of the CE. And there are also eggs in the shop, so if you need some rare items, you can look at the shop. So you get 4 copies of the event CE, so you'll probably have to rely on CE drops, which is kind of annoying, to be honest. But anyway, so here we go. So you'll be farming Holy Night Band-Aids for opening the lottery, or rolling on the lottery, which is a shame. Like, this is the most tedious part of the event, opening the boxes, which is why I'm glad JP got the update where you could open 100 prizes in one go. Unlike here, you have to open 10 prizes at a time. But anyways, I digress. What makes this Lotto a really good Lotto is the drops it has. It gives you 3 Dragon Fangs, Forbidden Pages, Octuplet Twin Crystals, and Ghost Lanterns. Most of the time, you'll be really needing a lot of Dragon Fangs and Pages. Pages for if you have a lot of casters, Dragon Fangs if you have a lot of Saber Faces. So I plan to roll this, or plan to farm this Christmas Lotto as much as possible because of those mats. Now, as for the Christmas exchange ticket, you can exchange it for Talons, Plumes, or Giant Rings. I'll probably be dividing it between the Plumes and Giant Rings at this point. So, yeah. And then for that's boxes 1 to 10. So boxes 11 onwards, you just have basically less apples. But still, you do get quite a bit of mats. So I highly recommend farming this, especially if if you are new to the game. You don't have to worry about starting this event. The clear requirement is for Yuki, so even if you are new to the game, you can participate in the event. It might just take you a bit longer to farm than, more established players. And then there will be, like, certain Battle Royale or bonus battles. There will be 7 of them. And then a challenge quest. So, yeah. But for me, I feel like the highlight really is the lottery. And by farming these band-aids, you can get those from free quests. So they unlock over time. The first beginner levels are unlocked right away. It is a Saber node. You can get CE drops, so hope you get one. So Santa Island Exploration, that is beginner, intermediate, advanced. And then as the days progress, you unlock Christmas Nursing free quest, which is named as green tag, yellow tag, red tag, white tag, gold tag. Of course, you're feel free to choose whichever node you would like to farm. But of course, everybody would always recommend farming the gold tag. The reason for that is this is the node that drops the most Holy Night Band-Aids. And if you're going to be farming a lot of boxes, you're going to need a lot of Band-Aids. So this node is fighting against Snowman and Brynhilder. So they're all Lancer type. So if you have a Saber, you could go with class advantage, or if you have a good looping servant, like Lancelot or Dantes for quick comps, maybe a few buster comps with, like, let's say Artoria Saber. You could clear this node, or you could focus on bringing bonus servants. So let's see. Astolfo Saber, so there's that. Thing is, him being single target, you can't really loop with him. Now, if you look at the other servants, I guess you could bring Bradamante, but, she is a quick servant. May need a little bit of help to be able to loop efficiently, but still, that is a choice, I guess, as she does have a damage bonus. Not that many Sabers with bonus damage, huh? Oh well. For me, I would probably be going with farming this gold tag node with Dantes. My Dantes is NP3, so I'll be going with a double Scotty and Dantes. Now, as for more details on the servants, I didn't explain much about the new servants. But Astolfo Saber, my first reaction to Astolfo Saber is, like, I already have Okita, so why would I want to summon for Astolfo? But, if you don't have a single target, a quick Saber, I guess Astolfo would be a good choice. He does get buffs, or a buff later on. on his first skill, where it gives NP gauge, charge, and gain crit stars. But when you do get him, it's mostly just NP charge of 20%, and then NP charge of 20% for 3 turns, and then removes debuffs. As for the second skill, let's see. Inflicts terror status 3 turns to all enemies. When activated, 500% chance to stun them for 1 turn. Although I feel like the reason you would be using this skill is for the survival, because it grants self-evasion for 3 attacks, 3 turns. And it's not bad. Like, it's a 6-turn cooldown at level 10, so 50% chance that this will be always, 50% uptime. And then as for his third skill, charges own attack for 3 turns, increases own critical damage for 3 turns. And then this is the weird thing I find about his kit. Increases own crit star absorption for buster cards for 3 turns. He only has 1 buster card. So I'm like, why? Well, what can you do? So his passive is magic resistance A, riding A. So in other words, quick performance, which is good. As for the Noble Phantasm, his Noble Phantasm is very flashy, or at least I like it anyway. But every time I see his weapons, it reminds me of Ivy Valentine from Soul Calibur. So yeah. Now, it's a 9-hit Noble Phantasm, which is fairly high for a fairly high hit count. Deals damage to one enemy, that's 1,200 at level 1, and then increases own quick performance for 3 turns. That's a 20% improved performance at 100% charge. Overcharge increases it even higher. It's like a 5% increase for every additional charge, overcharge effect. And that lasts for 3 turns. So if you're doing, let's say, a challenge content kind of deal. So yeah. Wait, why did the music stop? Anyways. So yeah. Overall, I feel like Astolfo, like the third skill with that buster absorption, I find it to be weird. Especially when he has only 1 card. I can like see this, if this was a quick card, that would be great. But yeah, I have no idea what they were thinking when they made it, when they made it buster, right? Anyways, now as for Nightingale Santa, so she is a welfare archer, 4-star archer. She is also a quick archer. 2 quick, 2 arts, 1 buster. I feel like her kit sort of resembles her berserker self. In a way, it like has like a lot of support. Although I feel like she can do quite a number of things, but not excellent at like one thing. Anyway, so removes latest buff from all enemies, and then removes latest debuff from party. So, and then recovers HP. At level 10, that's 3,000 HP, which is pretty good. Unlocks after first ascension, Nurse of Steel, Holy Knight A. So grants Guts status to 1 time for 3 turns, revives with 1,000 HP. That's flat. What increases is their buff removal resistance for 3 turns, and then increases NP damage for 3 turns. So this is a nice targetable skill. Like if you have her in the party and then you bring Astolfo or another damage dealer, you could give this to them. As for the third skill, the Angel that rings the bell on Holy Knight X. So increases party's attack for 3 turns and increases party's critical damage for 3 turns. So she has a lot of support skills. She can increase a lot of damage, actually. And then her First one is more on heals and, you know, debuff removal or buff removal, depending on who the target is. So, her overall kit, I mean, she has a lot of buffs. So, and, you know, with the targetable skill, that makes her an interesting support servant. Now, as for... Here we go again with the... like, I mean, she carries over her Madness Enhancement X, which increases Buster performance. But again, she only has one Buster card. So, I mean, okay, sure. Increases own critical damage by 11% and then increases own debuff resistance. This is where I feel like I don't know what DW was thinking with her kit, but with her kit and Astolfo's kit, with them only having one Buster card, but what can you do, right? And then we arrive to her Noble Phantasm. We did see this earlier, but, you know, if you're familiar with Mary Poppins, as I said, you know, you'll get this reference. Merry Christmas! Alright. So, Assault Medicine Full Burst Party. Angel cries, demon disappears in the shadows. So it is a quick 6-hit AoE Noble Phantasm. Deals damage to all enemies. Removes their offensive buffs after damage. And then has 500% chance to remove ailment debuffs. Wait, what? The merit. Oh, okay, because... Alright. Medicine, right. Makes sense. So her damage at NP5, since if you do complete the event and get all copies of her, this is what you'll be using. 1000 at NP5, and then reduces their defense for 3 turns. That's 10% at base charge, and then 500% charge gives 20%. So yeah, there's that. And then her Ascension item is a Lamp of Devotion. You'll be getting that from the Lotto. Right? So yeah, those are the Christmas servants. Overall, in general, I really feel like this is a Christmas event that you should farm. The stuff you get from the Lotto is really good. You'll be needing a lot of these mats in the future, depending on who you summon for. But more often than not, you'll always be seeing servants needing these mats. So I highly recommend. And you know, the skill gems are also good. If you need EXP cards, you can get it from the Lotto as well. Mana Prisms, Friend Points, and then QP. So yeah, Lotto events are always highly recommended. But yeah, that's my overview of the Christmas event. So that will be starting on the 14th, and it will last all the way till the 27th. About 2 weeks, yeah. So, hope you guys enjoy the event. Thanks for watching. And, yeah, you know, if you are watching this on YouTube, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And then until the next video, bye!